everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Jenny and I'm an artist and small business owner creating art tutorials here on YouTube and art classes on Skillshare. I was an Etsy seller for many years. Etsy closed my shop, and if you want to know more about that, I'm gonna leave a link around here and in the description box where I explain why they closed my shop and how much I made in my entire Etsy career. So a lot of your comments were about how to make your shop successful, and others were just saying that they were not going to open their Etsy shops, and I just wanted to clarify that what happened to me will not necessarily happen to you. And I definitely recommend you guys, if you're starting your own business, to open an Etsy shop, because that way you'll get exposure and you'll get customers, and that way if you decide to open your own website, you can take all of those customers with you to your own website. And that's kind of like a good marketing strategy for you guys. So I definitely recommend you guys to open your Etsy shops. Don't be afraid. I mean, be careful. As I said in my previous video, have your plan. Don't rely just on Etsy. Don't make the mistake I did. But yeah, definitely you can open your Etsy shops and just go from there. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you my tips and tricks for you to have a successful Etsy shop. And I know this is something that people are crazy about knowing, like how to get your first sale, how to sell daily. Well, it takes time. I'm gonna tell you that my first sale happened 3 months later after opening my Etsy shop, so it didn't happen quickly. So you need to be patient, of course. And the first thing that I can say is that you need to have item that sells. And what do I mean by that? Well, I know it's difficult to stand out from the crowd. And if, for example, I make jewelry. So if I make jewelry, there's tons of people that make jewelry too. How am I gonna stand out from the crowd? I used to make polymer clay jewelry. The rainbow cakes were really trendy at that time. So I made this rainbow cake necklace. I made a rainbow cake rainbow cake earrings, everything rainbow cake. And that was my most famous piece. Because of that piece, people I started getting people's attention, and people were buying from my shop just because they saw my rainbow cake and they bought something else or stuff like that. So it definitely helps to have just one item that it's trendy and that stand out. So I really recommend you. I know it's difficult, but it really worked for me. For example, right now it's very trendy, the Bernie Sanders with the mittens stuff. So I've seen a lot of people making a lot of stuff with his picture, which is I mean, it's crazy. People are looking for stuff to buy. So that's definitely something that I haven't heard from other people giving advice about the Etsy shops. And that's something that happened to me. That rainbow cake was my main piece, my best seller, and after that my customers kept buying from me, and they started buying other things that were not the rainbow cake. So definitely try to think out of the box. What can you do with your items that will be different from others and that will stand out? If you have no idea how to do that, another thing that can make your items stand out is taking good pictures. Now, it's all about the angles and the lighting. For example, I love to take my pictures during the day because using the flash is not good for your pictures. And another thing is that you need to take photos from different angles. For example, don't think just to take the picture from the top like you will normally do. Just try to do close-ups and different angles, something that will really catch the buyer's eye. Personally, I like to have a clean background, white background, and I'll just put my item in there and let it do the talking. You can always stylize. How do I say that? Stylize? No, that's not the word. You can always put things around your item to decorate the photo. Of course, not taking all of the attention from the item, but you can definitely put things around that make your picture look pretty. When you're looking for something on Etsy, like what are the photos that take your attention? Sometimes you're not even looking for an item, but the photo just caught your attention and you just are drawn to that. What is it about that picture that make you select the item? Another thing that I can say about pictures is that you need to include a lot of pictures in your listings. For example, I sell jewelry. Well, I put people wearing my jewelry, and then I put it in the box and take a picture. I put it beside a ruler so people can see how big it is. Try to take pictures from all angles so people don't have questions about the item. Another thing that it's very important is to have a lot of items in your shop. And I know this can be scary because of the fees. You need to pay 20 cents for each item you list. If you just have one item, it will get lost with all of the other items. So you'll definitely need a lot of items. What I mean by a lot, 50 or more items. That's what I recommend for you to have on your Etsy shop so you get more exposure. Because if people don't like blue and you have your item in blue but you also have it in red, then you have more exposure that way. People will look for the red and then they'll find the blue, and that's how it works. The more items you have, the more exposure you get, and the more easily you will get sales. Another thing I wanted to say about the taking good pictures, you will be surprised if I tell you that I take all of my pictures with my phone. You don't need fancy equipment to take good pictures. You just need good lighting and good angles. I will be making another video showing you how to take good pictures with your phone, so definitely consider subscribing if you wanna watch that in the future. Another important thing is the title, your tags, and description. Why? Because search engine optimization, I think it is, the search engine thingy that helps people find you. Yeah, that. So in your titles, what should you include in your titles? Don't just put, if you sell stickers, don't put like emoji sticker and that's it. Try to include more words in your titles so you get found easily. For example, emoji mask sticker slash pandemic slash trendy items slash funny gifts, stuff like that. And then what I do is I put my title in my description so the words repeat themselves in the description. Also, I try to include those words in the tags, and try to use all of your tags. Even if you don't have like enough ideas to put in your tags, try to use them all. It's very important that you use them all in your description. Descriptions are very important for the CEO and also for people to know your product so they could buy it without hesitating. For example, if I see an item that I want to buy and it doesn't have measurements, it doesn't have the color, it doesn't say how long it's going to take to make or to get to me, then I won't buy it because I don't want to message the seller to ask for things that could have been easily included in the item description. I won't lose my time. So definitely think about everything that you can include in your listing so people don't have questions about the item. Think as a buyer. I think that's the key to have a really successful shop. Just think as a buyer. What would you like to know about your item if you were a buyer? So now for another thing that people always ask, and it's kind of difficult because all of items are different. It's for pricing and shipping. Now this is another thing that I'm gonna make a video about. Pricing, definitely you need to include your material cost, your labor. For example, I make earrings, how much I spend on the material, how much I spent on the earring post, how much I spent in the card thingies that I use to put my earrings, how long it took to make the earrings, how much I want to charge by the hour. You need to divide those things, and at the end of the day, it's your work, it's a handmade work. So pricing also varies because if there's people selling the same things as you, you need to also compare the market with what you're doing and see if you're for example, if you're selling something at $60 and I'll sell it for $30, people are gonna buy it from me because it's cheaper. It's the sad reality, but that's how it is. But yeah, you need to compare. It's not that you're gonna sell your item for 30 bucks, but you need to, you know, see how people are doing stuff too. So I will definitely take a look at what people are doing, how are they pricing their items. So for shipping, it's also very difficult to tell you right away how to do it, but my pieces are very small and they weigh maybe 2 to 3 ounces. So I always use first class mail with tracking confirmation, which is free. And I spent like, I think $3.50 on shipping, something like that, for first class. If you want to know how much you will spend for maybe an item that weighs a pound, you can go to USPS.com and you can use the shipping calculator, and it will tell you around how much you will pay for your item. Another thing you have to consider when shipping your items, of course, it will be if you're using an envelope, how much is the envelope, if you're using a box, if you're using tissue paper, all of that stuff you need to consider when calculating your shipping cost. Another thing that I really like about this whole business thing is the packaging and the branding. I know you guys enjoy so much those kind of vlogs where people are packaging their orders to send them. It's so cool watching them. I also watch them. But yeah, it's really important that you are a small business, but you need to let the customer know that you care. The little details are the most important thing. For example, this is my earring cards. These are my earring cards right here, and I always put my website at the bottom so people can go to my website and buy more stuff from me. Also, if they're buying a gift from someone, I'll be promoting myself right here because they don't know where the person sent the gift from, so my website is gonna be there. They can go and check my things out too. So I always also include a thank you card, and this you can do it by hand if you want. I just do it like this because I get a lot of sales and it's difficult for me to keep up, you know, making handmade notes. But I basically say thank you, your sale, you made our day, we hope we make yours. Please don't forget to share your purchase with us on social media. Thank you for supporting small businesses. And I also include my social media right here at the bottom, and then in the back I include jewelry care. I mean, I sell jewelry, but if you sell it all depends on what you sell and the things that you want to put on a card. I sign these sometimes, and if I have time I'll make another note maybe saying thank you again, but it's a very important thing to show the buyer that you care and that they're buying from someone. You know, it's very special when you see a card signed. It's just something else. So for branding, as I told you before, this is my logo, it's in here, my website. So my website looks like my cards. It has my logo, it's white, it's black, it's teal, so it's coherent. So maybe when someone sees it, I hope, right, to get really famous, and when someone sees my logo on the street, will say, oh yeah, that's Acryla earrings. Or if they see my website, oh yeah, I recognize her, you know, the look. So it's very important for me as a small business owner to represent my brand and for people to take me seriously, and I definitely think that branding do that. Another great tip that I can give you is to use Etsy ads. I know they're expensive. I know you're scared about getting a huge bill from the ads, but believe me, they work. If you're really scared about spending a lot of money, try to make a budget for it. Maybe you can spend $1 a day. Sometimes I used to spend $2 a day, even $5 a day when it was Christmas, and I will get a lot of sales from those $5. And you definitely need to keep in mind that sometimes it will work and sometimes it won't. It's a hit or miss, but it definitely helps. For example, if you use $1 a day, it will be like $31 a month, and maybe people are not gonna buy right away from you when clicking the ad, but they will in the future, so you also have to keep that in mind. I will also recommend you to share your things on social media. Open an Instagram account, open a face. There's people doing TikToks and stuff. I personally don't do that, but of course, everything that will give you exposure you can try. Talk to your friends, share your things with your Facebook friends. personal friends at your job, have business cards with you, share with others, wear your stuff if you make jewelry, or if you make, for example, crochet animals, make YouTube videos showing people how you make them and stuff like that. That's really fun to watch, and maybe someone will be watching just for watching someone making something and they'll want to buy it from you. It's definitely a good strategy. So these were really quick tips and tricks on how to make your Etsy shop successful. I'm definitely gonna take some topics and make some more specific videos, because if not, this video will be so long. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below. If there's something that you would like to know how, you know, that maybe I can make a video for you, just leave the comment down below and I'll try to make another video. Because I know when I first started, I didn't have any idea on how to do this, and I was an Etsy seller for 7 years, so there were 7 years that I learned a lot. I sold a lot and it was great. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. This will really help my channel a lot, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. So I want to thank you so much, all of you guys that watched my previous video, for taking the time to write such kind words to me. I have no words to describe how loved, and I don't know how to even say it in English, but like, I have no word to describe how I feel with all of the words of encouragement and the support that you guys have given me. It really means the world to me. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that for me. And just to give you guys a quick update about my health and my business, I'm dealing with some other things right now. You know, I have endometriosis. I think it's spreading. I haven't go to the doctor yet to check on that, but I'm a little bit scared. But very recently they discovered I have a rare heart condition called inappropriate sinus tachycardia, which means that my resting heart rate will be a heart rate of someone that will be walking or maybe even running. So my heart will go really fast. This is something I've been dealing for the past year, and they just discovered a couple months ago on their meds. I've been controlling it, but yeah, there's a lot of challenges with my health. I try to keep thinking positive, and my business really helped me having my mind on something else, and it's definitely helping. Another update that I wanted to let you guys know about is that my husband opened an Etsy shop and he's selling my jewelry through there. I really needed the income during the pandemic, and even though I was like, no, I don't want to do it because of what Etsy did to me, I really needed the money during that time, and my husband opened the shop for me. So I am managing that. I am managing my own website. I am doing a bunch of stuff, so I'm trying to keep myself busy, and that's what I've been doing. I mean, I can say that I'm much better health-wise, but we moved to North Carolina from Miami, and that definitely has helped us a lot and helped me a lot. And yeah, I'm gonna be making a room tour very soon so you can see my new space. And yeah,